Hi students, బాగున్నారా? వెరీ గుడ్. నిన్న మనం రెండు టాపిక్స్ డిస్కస్ చేసుకోవడం జరిగింది, ఎవాపరేషన్, కండెన్సేషన్, హ్యూమిడిటీ. ఈరోజు మరికొన్ని టాపిక్స్ డిస్కస్ చేసుకుందాం. దాంట్లో మొదటిది వచ్చేసి డ్యూ అండ్ ఫాగ్. వాట్ ఈజ్ మెన్ బై డ్యూ అండ్ వాట్ ఈజ్ మెన్ బై ఫాగ్? Dew means in the winter mornings you have to find out the small water droplets on the window panes, grass, flowers. Did you understand? How does these water droplets coming from the window panes, grass and flowers? Let us understand. In winter nights, the atmospheric temperature will goes down, and also these window panes, grass, flowers still cooler. The air near them and saturated vapor becomes condensation, and also these water droplet condense as such items is called as a dew. That means the nearer them these window panes, flowers, grass and saturated vapor becomes condensation starts. These condensation, the water droplets are condensed on the such surfaces is called as a dew. And what is meant by fog? The temperature further decreases in winter nights. The water present in the atmosphere, the temperature decreases due to the water vapor present in the atmosphere condense on the dust particles in the atmosphere, and these dust particles and these water droplets condense on the dust particles keep floating along with the dust particles, and this makes the thick mist. These mist restrict the visibility. That means these dust particles along with the water droplets condense on the dust particles and keep floating. This makes the thick mist oka terla chestundi, and this mist restrict the visibility, kaniపించకుండా చేస్తుంది. Is called as a fog. Understand? Next one is boiling. What is meant by boiling? Let us see. Take a bowl of water and keep on the constant flame, and understand the now note down the readings of the thermometer for every 2 minutes. And what did you notice is the surface of water decreases or increases the surface of water of the bowl of water. Now understand about the phenomena of boiling. As long as you supply the heat energy to the water, the temperature will be reached to 100 degrees centigrade. As long as you supply the heat energy and there is no rise in temperature beyond the 100 degrees centigrade, and also the bubbles are formed in the surface of a liquid. This phenomenon is called as a boiling. Very small, but you have to understand, very difficult. This means how does the water bubbles are formed? It's called as boiling. Now understand about the reason behind the formation of a bubbles in the surface of a water on constant heating. Let us see. Water has the many mixture of gases along with the impurities. On constant heating of the water, the melting point of the gases will be decreases. As the resultant, the bubbles are formed in the bottom of the side of the vessel. These bubbles are formed as the decreases the melting point of the impurities and gases. These bubbles are formed in the bottom of the vessel, sides of the vessel, and the evaporated water molecules around them and saturated water vapor filled by these bubbles. The bubbles are formed due to the decrease of the melting point of the gases in the bottom of the vessel, and the evaporated water molecules are surrounded by the bubbles, and saturated water vapor filled by the bubbles as the increases the temperature and pressure by constant heating. Understand? As the temperature of these saturated bubbles and these saturated water vapor present in the bubbles is equal to the external pressure, which is nothing but normal pressure applied by the bubbles, and these bubbles are come rapidly to the surface of liquid and collapse at the surface these water vapor and release into the atmosphere. This phenomena is called as a boiling. Boiling takes place at 100 degrees centigrade is called as a boiling point. This process is called as a boiling. Did you understand? I will explain once again what is the mixture of gases aligned with the impurities. As long as you supply the heat energy on constant heating of the water, the melting point of the gases will be decreases. Due to this, the bubbles are formed in the bottom walls of a vessel. And on constant heating, the evaporated water molecules surrounded by them the bubbles, and the saturated water vapor filled by the bubbles. On constant heating and pressure, on certain temperature and pressure, by constant heating. Okay, don't get confused. I will explain once in Telugu. On constant heating, at a constant temperature and pressure, the saturated water vapor filled by the bubbles, and this saturated water vapor present in the bubble at a certain temperature and pressure equal to the external pressure, these bubbles are rapidly come to the surface of a liquid and collapse at the surface liquid, and these water vapor are released into the atmosphere. This is called as a boiling. This phenomenon is called as a boiling. This boiling takes place at 100 degrees centigrade is called as a boiling point. This phenomena take place at boiling point is nothing but 100 degrees centigrade or 373 Kelvin. This process is called as a boiling. Okay. Let us recall your knowledge. Evaporation also same concept. Evaporation also change the phase from liquid to gaseous at any temperature. Boiling also, the boiling is nothing but the change the phase from liquid to gaseous. Understand? Okay, can you difference between the evaporation and boiling? Yes, there is a small request. There is a small reason between the evaporation and boiling. Evaporation takes place at any temperature, change phase from liquid to gaseous. But boiling is also change phase from liquid to gaseous at 100 degrees centigrade. Is called nothing but constant temperature. Understand? Constant temperature. This is the small difference between evaporation and boiling. And also, you have to identify the constant heating of the water in the bowl. The reading of the thermometer rise up to 100 degrees centigrade. And as long as you supply the heat energy to the water, and further there is no rise in temperature beyond the 100 degrees centigrade. There is no rise in temperature beyond the 100 degrees centigrade. But where does the heat energy goes to? The temperature rises in 100 degrees centigrade. As long as you supply the heat energy to the water, further there is no rise in temperature beyond 100. But where is the energy goes to? This energy helps to change the stage from liquid to gaseous. Okay, let us understand about the is called as a boiling. Boiling is nothing but change the phase from liquid to gaseous at constant temperature and constant temperature and constant pressure is nothing but 100 degrees centigrade or 373 Kelvin is called as a boiling. But these, okay, let us see how much energy is required to change the 1 gram of mass of liquid to gaseous at 100 degrees centigrade. Let us understand. Okay, as long as you supply the heat energy to the water beyond the 100 degrees centigrade, there is no rise in temperature in the thermometer. Where does the excess amount of heat goes? This heat, that means excess amount of heat is required to change the phase from, that means 1 gram of liquid to gaseous at a constant temperature. That means how much energy is required to change the phase from liquid to gaseous is called as a latent heat of vaporization. That means Q energy, that means beyond the 100 degrees centigrade energy, Q energy is required to change the phase from mass of water turns into liquid is called as a latent heat of vaporization. Latent heat of vaporization can be denoted by the letter L, the first letter of the latent heat of vaporization. Then L is equal to Q by M. How does this Q by M means? That means, let us see, excess amount of heat is required to one mass of substance of water turns into vapor. Q energy is required one mass of M. Q energy is nothing but Q. Mass of liquid is M. Qm is required to mass of liquid turns into vapor. That means is called as a latent heat of vaporization. That means the latent heat of vaporization is equal to Q by M. Understand? The latent heat of vaporization is nothing but denoted by letter is L. L is equal to Q by M. Okay, L is equal to Q. The SI units for latent heat of vaporization of water is SI unit for Q. Heat energy is joule by mass, kilograms. Joule by kgs. CGS units calorie by gram. So let us understand about the latent heat of vaporization of water is 540 calorie by gram. The value of latent heat of vaporization of water is 540 calorie per gram. Okay, I will repeat once again the last topic. As you long as supply the heat energy to the water, it reaches us to 100 degrees centigrade temperature. As long as you supply the heat energy, continuously supply to the heat energy to the water, and excess amount of heat to be given to the water, but there is no rise in temperature beyond the 100 degrees centigrade. Where does the excess amount of heat goes? These heat energy required to change the one mass of liquid turns into vapor. That means this energy can be utilized to change the phase of liquid to water. That means that's why I written as a Q excess amount of energy required to M mass of liquid turns into vapor is called as a latent heat of vaporization. Let us understand. Okay. Then L is equal to Q by M. Then latent heat of vaporization value of a water is 540 calorie per gram. Okay. This is the boiling. Okay. The questions are: what is meant by fog? What is meant by humidity? What is meant by dew? And what is the value of latent heat of vaporization of a water? Value is dash. Okay. And also, and one more question I will ask. Yesterday, I covered the two topics, so two subtopics, and nobody can send me the answers. So today the total topic will be explained, and yesterday topic, today topic, and I gave some questions to you, and everybody try to write the answer and send to my personal WhatsApp. Okay, students, remaining concept will be explained on tomorrow. Okay, students, bye.